Hello, and welcome to another edition of Boing 13. And this submission. I'm all the way up in the country, in the forest, somewhere in my hometown, and it's full moon in Aquarius, and everything just seems to be exactly the way that it's supposed to be, presenting a lot of technical challenges, to-do challenges, basic challenges, logical challenges, everyday technical challenges, not even challenges, but just meaningful hindrances. It seems that whatever expression wants to come through is going to come through. Like, I guess it's about choice. In the end, it's all about what we're deeply choosing. And then if we don't have the curiosity to kind of look at what's expressing itself and just admitting that, oh, that's what's happening, and then on top of that, just admitting that I might not enjoy the way that things express themselves, but deep down, I agree. But it's such a common thing to kind of like disagree with one's own creations, you know? Disagreeing with one's own creation. So I guess it comes down to taking responsibility for being a co-creator. That's positive. And then on top of that, having the openness to allow for a curious acceptance towards what is happening in the now, so that there can be objectivity in the energy work. Yeah. So I just started to record. I don't even know if it's gonna be interesting. And I guess that's also the Aquarian energy. It's like, why would you control anything? Just let it happen. It's another version correlating to Mars and Leo. I don't know how Mars is expressing itself in Leo in the Aquarian sense, but maybe it's an integrated aspect of what I'm experiencing in terms of my own chart and my expression, because I feel Mars in Leo, or Mars and the sun coming blasting through in my personal experience of everything. But yeah, personal experience is important. So taking things personally for however long that is needed in order to integrate a more detached perspective in terms of just experience and energies. We should be allowing compassion for people who need time to take things personally, because there's such a thing as internalization. Internalizing things on an intrapersonal level is a process that demands a lot of initiating feelings in terms of understanding what pain is on every level of human experience, or on life on Earth. And there's disagreement here and there and everywhere. And in that, you see the darkness. You see I can feel the darkness of it. And it's it's our partner, like your partner within is binary. It's light and dark, shadow and light, left and right. And integrated, they form a masterful, beautiful, fate-like, awesome, exploding expression of mastery that can handle, intense anxiety, intense situations, and being capable of, handling a complicated situation where there's a lot of material, energetic, human, celestial, emotional convulsion or tumultuous, convoluted. I'm lost for words, but sometimes in a social setting there can be a lot of energy. Imagine if people are represented by huge energies. It's not just about one person showing up in the room. Maybe it's 300 people. Maybe it's 300,000. Maybe it's another galaxy showing up in your living room, and another society, one representative of a society from another solar system where there's 5 suns and 48 planets and a diamond core in this moon that is, I don't know, eaten up by some intergalactic spider web jaw crunching monsters from the galaxy. I don't know. Anything is possible. Like I've checked off this box where anything is possible. That means everything. I can't be walking around shutting down on my creativity and on my imagination, because if that imagination is allowed as much as possible, then that's a masterful, beautiful thing, because we're not mentally insane. Which I hear is like, oh, it's a change for the better. Well, I agree. And I understand the soul in us that is, and that souls that are, and the souls that is scared of this information that we're providing, that I'm providing. I have compassion for that, and I have understanding for that, and I see that in people. Like, for instance, I meet people, from my old life, and they come into my now life, and I'm like witnessing the conversation that it turns out to be scary for them, because it's too much to handle. It's too much cleaning up, or too much detachment, or too much too much energetic pressure, streamlined into the release. So it's like people just throw their heads into each other's lives, and they're like, I don't know what I'm doing. Boom, I'm having a conversation. Hey, what's up? How can I talk to you? Like, do I look into your eyes? What do I say? Oh my God, who are you? How can I extract information and then provide an interesting conversation for you? Because I don't have any awareness of boundaries. What are boundaries? Let me just break them and see what happens. And then when people do that with me, I'm like, oh shit. So this is that really what you want? Okay, fine. Oh, you're telling me like, hypothetically, when I'm sitting in a conversation with people and they're like asking me 5 times, can I please enter your mind. And I'm like, fine. Jesus, Lord, H, heaven, please, just, okay, you can have 5%. I'll give you 5%. Or maybe it's not even 5%. It's like 0.0111%. And I know that sounds harsh. I know how that sounds. But in terms of longevity and heartfelt desires from their end of it, I don't want to project into their trajectory. I don't want to project myself into anyone's trajectory. Am I saying that right? Trajectory. Trajectory. I hope that's right. And when they do, when there's allowance, when there's communication between me and some archaic energy, I'm like, good for you. And it's not about feeling like, oh yeah, I'm serving with arrogance. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. I'm not even touching that. I'm in the divine expression of non-judgment. That's where the transformation occurs. That's where the valuable essence of the nature code is. So that to get into life, get into the codes and open this third eye and have this communion and magnetizing the right stuff. Being at capacity in effect and looking at all the developmental aspects of the world as a good thing. And it's hard because we are waking up before everyone else, and when they do, it's like, but they didn't suffer as much as me and they didn't do the job. But why can't we just put the forgiveness into all of the work so that everything is automatically second nature, first nature, natural response, forgiveness stuff? It's not about Jesus and God and the church and the Bible or the Indian religion or the Eastern philosophy or Ram Dass or whatever, or Deepak Chopra, or I don't know. Although those energies are really beautiful, I can't lie. But they're stigmatized as much as anyone, There are forces in this world that is fighting against the beauty and the functionality and the harmony that is trying to come in through the light, through the past, the present, the future, in an integrated quantum way where everything is possible. So it's like, and my energy is like, why am I even doing it? Why am I even saying these things? Why am I even doing this? There's so much criticism and so much hatred and so much anger and so much righteousness and so much opinions and so many conclusions and so many invested fighting war particles of this galaxy expressing themselves here in this agenda that has to do with forced enlightenment and entitlement and fighting for survival, having open core wounds that is just blatantly showing themselves through powerful people everywhere on earth, and they're just talking about what needs to be done in a forceful way, but it's because it's commanding. It's about welcoming people to our timeline, yes, but watching all these people command other lost souls is painful to watch for me, because not only are we bucking up against the Libra season, but I am a Libra whammy. MC Libra whammy. MC Libra whammy, me. Yes. And I want harmony everywhere. And when I see the anti-harmony, I am designed to call it out and bring awareness to the opposite of the disharmony so that there can be awareness of harmony. And it's like people are disenfranchising themselves simply by creating anger and intolerance, expressing the pain, because it's about unloading. There are so many people just unloading their trauma. And I want to be able to recognize, what's happening here? You know? It's such a powerful way to see things. Is this person unloading? Or is this person mirroring? Or is this person crystallizing? Or is this person being destructive or creative? But the unloading aspect for me, it's like I can feel people are just like, maybe when they're angry, maybe when they're, and I've done it too. Like I've done that a lot. I'm not eternally innocent, or maybe I am in essence, but everything is possible. So there's also, if people want to play with the impression that I have done terrible things, then that's fine, you know. Maybe I have done terrible things in an environment in a past life that was so toxic that the flight mechanism of my flesh expression in whatever DNA that I was tangled up in an unconscious way. Yeah, everything is possible in an evolutionary sense where there is a collaboration with time, endless possibilities everywhere. Yes. I also got this download earlier today. It was like, we're sometimes experiencing astrological pain because when initiated to a new zodiac aspect, we need to go through the shit in order to understand the top higher octave of that zodiac and in harmony with the planet. And I wanted to clearly state to the AI, to everyone watching here, and to myself, and to everyone who's participating in this inquiry, to look at this approach. Is that necessary? And we can kind of start to program this harmony in learning, creating this fast track, streamline platform that is an establishment of availability that is uploaded onto the grid so that it can kind of like incarnate itself as a functioning here on this here platform as we're raising the whole grid of this dimension, and then automatically intuit this inquiry to be problem-free, available to all, accessible as a success point of attraction and of availability to those that want to wake up. And another way to also imagine the solution of this is that whoever accesses it is naturally drawn to it and is also deserving it, and those that don't deserve it can also participate, because this grid system that I'm talking about is invoking an internal, an infinite transformative effect on anyone who wants to attract it and play with it, so that the light codes that are beyond us can just immediately infuse and access and wake up and make good everything that touches it, or even thinks of it, or that talks about it, because it's an honor really to have beautiful souls ask their way into something as seekers. Why would we shut down anyone who's trying to do anything? I hear my shadow talking about Instagram, and it's like, sometimes I just want to tear Instagram down, like the whole thing. You want to tear down Instagram? That's interesting. Well, I would advise to keep Instagram going, because it's a beautiful platform for people to wake up. But there's definitely room for providing impressions that we have onto the upgradation of everything possible here in the future, because we are basically solution givers. Everything that we look at in a non-problematic sense is a beautiful impression that we're having, and it's a privilege to have that impression of. I'm sorry that I'm not more like action driven and talking talking about negativity, or just like everything's okay. And I'm also hearing never apologize for. Well, I'm a humble creator being in deep contact with my origin point. So, as a good friend of mine said once, you can put that in your pipe and smoke it. And that's gonna probably lead to something good as well, Hashtag Bilbo Baggins. Yeah, I feel like this is good. Like, happy full blue moon that was on the 22nd of August 2021. 1 2 1 2 2 1 2 1 21 21. Yeah. All right. This is this has been good, and I hope that I upgraded some of the mental clutter that has to do with manifestational work, and that had to do with commanding the universe and demanding shit all the time, and just like putting some of the inquiry nature of the divine presence of the solution in access point with the energies that we're trying to land home and integrate, as we're just like ever moving in and out, back and forth in an integrated sense. All right. Thank you for being here. I love you. Please share, comment, subscribe, or just send me good energy, and I'll try to be there as an access point for you to provide cleanliness of the mind. Okay. I love you. Thank you for being here, and bless you. Have a good night, afternoon, Truman Show experience in the Matrix, and we're waking up, and it's a beautiful time to be alive. And yes, Helios is with us, and anything is possible. Yeah. Whoop. Okay. Okay. Bye.